What I'm going to miss about York is all the teachers who are super supportive of every student. What I'm going to miss about York is the teammates I've had who've become friends.
The thing I'm going to miss most about York is the spirit during homecoming week and the football games.
And I think that York is really great at building a community and is really great at bringing people together. I'm also going to miss all the amazing teachers that I've had who have really inspired me to work my hardest and do my best. And I'm going to try to take all of those lessons with me when I go to college in the fall.
York to me is a place that allowed me to grow and become who I am.
York to me is family.
One thing I'm going to miss about York is seeing my best friends in the hallway every single day. One thing I'm going to miss about Elmhurst is having a community that can always come together.
What I'm going to miss about Elmhurst is the community feel and how even during these hard times, the community is standing by seniors and trying to make them feel special.
One of the golden rules of change is that when embarking upon a new beginning, it is important to properly acknowledge the good about what is ending. Many of you who make up the York High School class of 2020 have recently learned some real-life lessons about sacrifice and loss at a lot sooner age than you were probably expecting. But this is not the first time our country has endured a crisis. In 2002, Illinois passed a law allowing school districts to award diplomas to World War II and Korean War veterans who left high school to serve in the armed forces and were honorably discharged. The law has been amended twice, once to include Vietnam War veterans and recently to include posthumous recognition. The path for these special individuals was far from convenient, yet they changed the world. Their lives were never the same. Some even waited 60 years for the opportunity to commemorate their high school years. However, they all hold a unique place in our hearts and history. Their incredible sacrifice will never be forgotten. I'm sharing this with you because my advice to you on this day, as you look forward to the future with great hope, is to develop a perspective in which you do not let the last 2 months devastate and overtake your memories of high school. Instead, as you mark this ending, I encourage you to look at the totality of your 4 years, the many great friends you've made, the adults who cared for you when you needed support, and your accomplishments, some of which may be as simple as enduring through a challenge when you could not see the finish line. Many times, it is those simple lessons that turn out to be the most important. Yes, you had to wait a month to receive your diploma, and yes, these last 2 months have been anything but convenient for any of us. With that said, my hope for you is that this ending is not one of sadness, but rather one of joy. More than that, I hope for you that your new beginning involves a higher calling and greater purpose, because it is in you that our future rests. May this recent sacrifice be the start of a life in which you help the world reclaim what is good in humanity, a world in which the word community and the idea of the common good overtake self-interest as the ethos of this next generation. That decision is yours to make.
Class of 2020, thank you for getting out of bed, putting on real pants, pausing Outer Banks, and taking a break from learning the newest TikTok dance to attend our virtual graduation. I want to take you back to a day long before quarantine became normal, long before toilet paper disappeared from Target shelves, and long before the words COVID-19 were ever uttered. Let's go back to the day the York Class of 2020 made history. On Friday, September 20th, the York Dukes demolished the LT Lions in York's first homecoming win in 5 years. The energy in the stadium was buzzing that night. Rowdy York fans painted the stands green. The Dukes dominated from the start, igniting the fans' enthusiasm with every great play. As the seconds ticked down and the Dukes' victory was secured, we climbed down from the bleachers and gathered in a tight group close to the field. The horn sounded, Mr. Urbanski gave us a nod, and we stormed the field, jumping up and down on the Y, celebrating as the fight song played. Some of us were part of the jam-packed student section that night, firing up the team and shouting, "Oh, when the Dukes go marching in" after each touchdown. Others were on the sideline, leading the crowd with cheers, blasting instruments proudly, or twirling flags gracefully. And some seniors were battling on the field, tackling, blocking, and running the ball. Whether you were on the field, in the stands, or somewhere else that night doing your own thing, that victory was a win for all Dukes, especially our senior class. It set the tone for our senior year and showcased our leadership and school spirit and showed us what we can be accomplished when we unite talents. Over the past 4 years, York has given us each the capacity to explore, develop, and highlight our individual gifts. We tore it up on the field, court, pool, and track, and starred on stage. We flexed our smarts and creativity, led clubs, volunteered, and at times, we were a shoulder to lean on for a friend. All these experiences and so many more shaped us into who we are today and proved we bleed green. That game in September taught us another important lesson. No one truly knows what the future holds. As we celebrated at midfield, none of us could have imagined what was just around the corner, and we never would have dreamt that our senior year would end the way it did. It serves as a great reminder to truly live in the moment and take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Don't wait, jump right in. Whether it's trying a new activity, pursuing a new interest, or reaching out to a new classmate or acquaintance. Don't hesitate, jump right in. As you leave York, know that your 4 years have prepared you to tackle whatever the future throws at you. And while you begin this next chapter, attack it with the same energy of that homecoming game. And then, try to lead with love, keep it kind, find your passion, and pursue it with enthusiasm. If we do this, perhaps we'll help heal this broken world and become the next greatest generation. One thing is certain though, no matter what path we each take, we will rise up, and for us, this will not be the last dance. Congratulations, York Class of 2020. We did it.
Congratulations, York High School, class of 2020. I miss you. The entire staff and administration misses you. Who would have thought 4 years ago, coming in new to York, that we would be leaving together in the most unordinary circumstances? York High School's class of 2020 is one of the most resilient I have led. Each of you have literally ended high school in the most adverse situation any of us have ever endured. Yet, you have done it with grace and with dignity. Those two words describe your class perfectly. From incredible school spirit to playful humor, to unwavering dedication to the school and to the staff, and to tacit leadership, you've proven impactful role models to our entire student body. When you take a step back and reflect on all you've accomplished, don't forget your first home football game, the king and queen of the couch groups, your first homecoming dance, the first time you watched the student announcements on YTV, the Cubs winning the World Series, the presidential election, the student-led peace walkout 2 years ago, and just last spring, the unique experience of Snow Prom 2019. One might think the snow tempered your spirits, but it did quite the opposite. You celebrated that unique evening through exquisite pictures, camaraderie, and fun. That is what this class is so adept at, making the very most of extraordinarily challenging situations. As I stated earlier, the resilience of this class is remarkable. Nelson Mandela once said, "The greatest glory lives not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." None of how you ended high school is normal, nor is it fair. The sense of loss is likely overwhelming. I know I never imagined we would end our 4 years together in this manner. I distinctly recall seeing all of your 14-year-old faces in the green and white gym 4 years ago and feeling like we collectively, as I was new to York as well, would change the world. And so you have. You are a Duke. You'll always be a Duke, and for that, keep your head held high and continue to confront adversity with dignity, respect, and self-assurance. You have been such role models to that end in your short 18 years. I am so very proud of you, so honored to have led you. No matter your next step, college career or military, you will make a tremendous impact on this unpredictable world. To the class of 2020, I say, hats off. You should be very, very proud. You will make all the difference in a world that consistently challenges us to be the very best that we can be. Congratulations.
While today's ceremony differs from history's traditional graduations, we must note that this commencement not only celebrates the class of 2020 beginning the next chapter of life, but it also serves to honor the resilience and strength of this year's seniors. No one could have predicted this ending, just as no one can truly understand the loss we feel. However, if we choose to read between the lines, it's apparent we received more than just a diploma and a robe from this experience. Life isn't always measured by extravagant endings. Sometimes it's more about the journey than the destination. It's about the memories you make, the people you meet, and the places you go. Our senior year emulated achievement, community, and spirit. From the beginning, our very first chapter of senior year, we experienced an electrifying homecoming season with an overwhelming king of the couch participation. Inevitably, the homecoming football game, the loyal student section went on to thrillingly storm the field. Talk about sweet victory. In November, we saw an endless sea of Kelly Green for the first time in years at the state cross-country meet. An overpowering number of Duke fans drove all the way to Peoria to support the team and show their Duke pride. This year, athletes across the board brought home hardware, while performers gave their heart out on stage. Along the way, we've learned from hardworking teachers and grown from any hardships faced. Such an unexpected ending to our high school career has revealed these moments. Every chapter, page, and word is just as important as closing the cover. Now, as we close out on our time at York Community High School, we prepare to embark on our own journey. Looking ahead, our future couldn't be brighter. Today, as our class sits face to face with our potential, we carry a newfound perspective. Understanding life's uncertainty, we felt the sting of lost opportunity. For those who would have sat before me today, the future doctors, politicians, engineers, artists, soldiers, mechanics, marine biologists, whatever path you choose to take. Know that opportunity still sits on the horizon. Go forward to lead your life with a relentless drive and an ambitious pursuit to never hold back. Now, it's time to begin writing the story that will detail the rest of your life. Thank you.
York High School Class of 2020. The Board of Education, along with your teachers, your parents, family, friends, and the entire District 205 community would like to say you made it. Congratulations for successfully meeting the requirements for graduation from York Community High School. You entered high school this past August, prepared to take the steps that are required to graduate, and prepared to take those steps that traditionally celebrate the end of your York High School career, both with the final walk down the hall and the final steps across the stage. But historic events forced our time-honored traditions to be altered. Acknowledging that your recent path has not been traditional, the community, the nation, and even the world has taken time to celebrate your accomplishment in the midst of this historic moment. I hope you have taken time to pause, to reflect, to look around, and soak it in, as the history books will be written about how this moment in time impacted the class of 2020 as you stepped out of a familiar world and into another one, both changed and changing. There is a moment in our traditional graduation ceremony where you, the graduate, are standing next in line and waiting to hear your name called. There is a pause while another name is called. That pause can seem endless while you and a board member stand facing each other. As the board member positions the diploma for a smooth handoff and congratulatory handshake, they look you in the eye with a deep sense of pride. And they think of all the people who invested in you to help you become the unique person you are and give you the education you have received. And in that pause, we also wonder, how will this graduate facing their next steps change the world? 2020 gave the world a pause, a collective moment in time to pause and to ponder how to best take the next steps in our lives. You sit here today watching your graduation ceremony, listening to hear your name called after a very long pause, and patiently waiting the opportunity to take your next steps. Not on the stage in the field house as planned, but on the stage of life and written into the history books. Class of 2020. When your name is finally called and the historic finish to high school is officially complete, what will the history books say about the steps you took on life's stage after York High School? Will they say that you stepped up? That you stepped up for others when times were great and especially when times were tough? Will they say that you stepped out? That you stepped out with courage into a world of uncertainty? Will they say that you stepped in? That you stepped into your rightful place among the generations of York High School graduates who have used their education and experiences to create a legacy for good? Will they say that you stepped back? That you stepped back to remember the strength that you developed during this strange pause of 2020, strength you went on to use in the service of humanity? York High School Class of 2020. You will be remembered for your historic finish, but more importantly, may you be remembered for the significance in the steps you take. Your name is being called. Step up, step out, step in, step back. The stage is yours. Congratulations. We are all so proud of you.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with love.
Dr. Moyer and the District 205 Board of Education, at this time, I certify that the students present virtually before us have met the graduation requirements for the York High School diploma, and it is my pleasure to present to you the York High School class of 2020.
Anthony P. Abatakola, Oluwademilade Adedipupo Adeniji, Anthony Richard Aguilar, Kelly Ann Ahern, William James Ahern, Nida Fatima Ahmed, Ashland R. Albaran, Adriana Marie Albergine, James Stephen Albin, Siona Marin Albu, Luigi Allegrini, Bjorn Joseph Alvestad, Michael Anthony Amato Montanaro, Edwin Abraham Andrade Valenti, Yelizaveta Andriushchenko, Alan Anian Kunju, Elizabeth K. Anwar, Anna R. Araujo, Maxwell W. Ahrens, Rocco Anthony Areola, Salisha Nicole Arlequin, Emily A. Arnieri, Matthew Alonso Austin, Sierra Sky Aviles, Colin David Beichtal, Alexander J. Baker, Desiree Vanessa Balbuena, Jonathan Valeriano, Sophia Barba, Nicholas William Barker, Jake R. Barmada, Olivia D. Barnhart, Angela Frederica Barrett, Adrian Barriga, Patrick Michael Batelli, Laurel J. Bauman, William Frederick Baumgartner, Elizabeth Kathleen Baxa, Blake D. Becker, Emily R. Belcher, Sebastian Benavides, Noah Anthony Barron, Skylar Lee Berger, Cole Augustus Bernstein, Sarah Julianne Bianick, Alexandra Bifsha, Thomas J. Birch, Kendallin Grace Burkett, Alexander Joseph Birnbaum, Haley Laurel Blattner, Brenna Ann Beauboy, Kendall M. Bolt, Azucena Bonilla, Charles Philip Bolden III, Jacob C. Brandolino, Julia Joy Brandt, Leah N. Braun, Molly Reagan Brown, Brandon J. Brinka, John Paul Brennan, Leo Richard Brigham, Sakina Y. Broachwala, Holly Price Bronson, Gabrielle Irene Brower, Ryan W. Brown, Erica G. Buckley, Matthew James Buckley, Richard Javier Bueling, Audrey Ann Buffo, Charmaine K. Balayo Bulnes, Zoe A. Buonamici, Ella Claire Burr, Aaron E. Butler, Jason Emmett Butterfield, Jacob Adrian Caffrey, Mia A. Calabrese, Michael J. Campbell, Christine A. Cannon, Josefina Alice Marie Caponari, Antonio Pietro Carrillo, Charles Carpenter, Abigail Lottie Carrasco, Charles Thomas Carroll, Melissa Curtis, Isabella Frankie Caruso, Nico Anthony Casella, John Tui Castanoli, Nico Antonio Castellanos, Jerwin Marcus Castillo, Douglas Enrique Castillo Cardona, Luis F. Castillo Molinido, Madeline Rose Castano, Emily G. Catalano, Tessa Dorothy Sechin, Marissa A. Chavez, Pedro Chavez Lopez, Gracie Margaret Champis, Caleb J. Choi, Stephen M. Chornage, William John Cianella, Jessica Paola Cifuentes Garcia, Luis G. Cimino, Danielle Irene Ciambor, Zoe Kirsten Clark, Devin Kylie Clear, Margaret R. Klink, Dominic Michael Cocciaro, Abigail Elizabeth Colonise, Ava J. Cohen, Casey James Colantonio, Caroline S. Collins, Nicholas J. Conroy, Teresa Ann Conroy, Gianna M. Contos, Michael Ronald Wayne Cook, Tegan M. Cook, Elizabeth Caitlin Cook, Michael Joseph Cooney, Emily June Cooper, Jace Ian Corral, Valeria D. Cosa, Thomas Joseph Cowling, Matthew James Causey, Charles K. Cripp, Dagny Cordelia Cronin, Megan Elizabeth Cronin, Daniel A. Crum, Joel David Cruz, Samantha Page Cruz, Maya E. Curry, Tyler Marker Swick, Jacqueline Syriac, Catherine P. Cernick, Michael Paul DeBurton, Sophia K. Dagris, Maximilian Philip Damewood, Devin H. Damori, Nicholas Anthony D'Angelo, Chloe Marie Danko, Anthony Joseph Datoli III, Sophia K. Davey, Alexis Chanel Davis, Brenner Jeffrey Dayton, Paul Charles Deerdorf, Genevieve K. DeBow, Angelica M. DeBenedictis, Isaac de Blasio, Adriana G. DeSico, Tyler J. Del Alcazar, Crister Anton Conghe del Rosario, Jason Osmar Delgado Taran, Nicole R. Damar, Julia Carol DeMott, Robert J. Denman, Jr., Ariana L. Denning, Max Raymond Devereaux, Kelsey Grace Devereaux, John Edward Devine, Kayla Leilani Diaz, Grace Elizabeth DiCanio, Shalyn Diego, Christian J. Dirksheide, Calogero J. DiMarca, Santino Joseph Domingo, Emily Rose Dow, Ronan Patrick Doyle, Stephanie Dragojevic, Abby Nicole Duda, Oscar Thomas Duda, Lance William Dudley, Catherine Marie Duhigg, Courtney Ann Dunlap, Conrad Zoich, Christopher Mark Eckerd, Quentin J. Eder, Thaba Mary Eliadam, Michaela Day Elkins, Katie Elizabeth Elsey, Autumn Elise English, William Robert Enright, Andrew Richard Erb, Austin A. Escobedo, George E. Estefan, Joseph A. Estefan, Catherine E. Evans, Troy P. Fabricius, Emma K. Fahey, Daniel J. Fairley, Alexander J. Falco Sonnenberg, Nicole Marie Farrow, Paolo S. Favuzzi, Regan C. Feehurry, Matthew Allen Failberg, John Joseph Fennell, Olivia Vernell Ferraro, Joseph Niccolo Ferriola, Benjamin S. Fett, Alexander J. Fields, Anthony Darinel Figueroa Ramos, Haley Fisher, Jacqueline R. Fisher, Sophia M. Fisher, Eleanor Shea Fitzgerald, Kayla N. Fitzgibbons, Jordan Flores, Peter J. Floros Budzinski, Ethan G. Foley, Derek Ford, Jr., Kai Walker Formella, Aidan Thomas Frank, Aidan Jerome Freund, Julia Marie Fry, Julie Catherine Friedman, Sydney C. Fugelsang, Irene Galliana, Samantha Gallegos, Colleen Ann Garcia, Grace E. Garvey, Brianna R. Gaston, Matthew Lee Golick, Parker Gaughan, Clarissa M. Gexey, Tyler Jonathan Gelsamino, Mark Edward Gemelli II, Joseph M. Gemini, Megan P. George, Jenna Marie Giambri, Julie Ann Gibbas, Maya Gibes, Timothy J. Glavin, Timothy Glennon, Calvin Glods, Sebastian Bryce Godoy, Juan Gomez, Callie G. Gooderham, Ashley Simone Gordon Johnson, Eric M. Gotch, Samuel R. Graybaugh, Harrison M. Gran, Haley Grain, Matthew Grain, Isabella Graziana, Dylan Patrick Green, Calvin Jackson Green, Abigail E. Greetis, Alexis L. Grieve, Lisa Marie Grollo, Tyson Michael Java, Andrea Octavia Garau, Anthony James Gusich, Brisa Zugi Gutierrez Schmidt, Eleanor X. Haney, Kevin J. Haller, Megan Mary Hannabeth, Jake T. Hansman, Catherine Vera Hansen, Margaret L. Hardeck, Derek Hardiman, Mir Ahmed Haroun, Adam S. Hockland, Cooper Tremlett Hoss, Matthew Joseph Hauser, Lauren Hedman, Samuel R. Heinz, Megan Jane Heiss, Philip Hendricks, James J. Hennessy, Brian Hernandez, Kitsia Herrera, Lydia O. Hickey, Evelyn Rose Hickman, Carson M. Hicks, Rosie Michelle Hidalgo Nolasco, Camden C. Hildy, Nicole Hillebrand, Jennifer H. Hurt, Emily M. Heiser, Helena Marie Hierstedt, Jonathan Henry Albert Hlavacek, Donald D. Hone, Anna C. Herster, James Patrick Hoffman, Roshan Nicholas Hoffman, Catherine Marie Hogan, Ashley R. Homan, Hannah T. Homan, Gregory Bennett Radill, Timothy Charles Radill, Leah M. Hewart, Madeline Maeve Hughes, Mary Claire Hughes, Grace Margaret Hunter, Alexia Iglenza, Fasiha Iqbal, Maya Iyer, Samuel Reed Jackson, Annika Syriac Jacob, Margaret Marie Jacobson, Daniel Robert Janish, Jack Morgan Janos, Caitlin Janowiak, Julia M. Jordan, J. Patrick Jensen, Samuel Gerard Jensen, Gabriel J. Gentel, Rylan Lee Johnson, William M. Johnson, Evan Alexander Johnston, Tarajiwan Jones Boone, Jacob Dylan Jonkman, Michaela Carmela Jopes, Jack Richard Justice, Alexina Maria Jovich, James Stephen Jurasek, Madison M. Justice, Pranav Krishna Kandula, Ariana N. Capotas, Holly E. Kauk, Rachel A. Kamen, Brian M. Kelly, Alexandra Marie Kenna, Matthew S. Kentra, Emma Kern, Ethan Matthew Kern, Sarah M. Kerrigan, Mary E. Kett, Amir Mohammed Khan, Nicole L. Kilgallen, Matthew Carlton Kimball, Dawson Dumas Kimbark, Ariel A. Kimbler, Yarelis Hazel Grace Klein, Rose E. Klinger, Matthew Thomas Kloss, Daniel Alexander Klisch, Caroline M. Kness, Gabrielle Renee Knott, John Douglas Kolosaiki, Alyssa H. Kantopoulos, Daniel Kowalski, Jessica T. Kraft, Johanna Kramer, Livia B. Kramer, Samantha Holly Crows, Preston McCade Krause, Sarah Ann Christinger, Mary C. Kritikos, Nathan Michael Chris, Sydney Catherine Kruger, Megan Noel Krull, Michael R. Kudra, Amanda Kuzel, Joshua T. LaBounty, Benjamin V. LaMonica, Mason James Lampa, Aidan Daniel Landreth, Anthony LaPiana, Mia Eileen Larson, Connor S. Laughlin, Kia Grace Lawler, Kevin Hazard Lawrence, Tyler Lawrence, Rachel Adele Lawson, Ryan J. Leonard, Joseph R. Leonardo, Emilia Lepicki, Isabella Lepicki, Erin Daniel Lashuk Morita, Alexia Lean Lesniak, Darius Jamari Lester, Colin Andrew Lestina, Chloe Lisis, Albert Joseph Lewis III, Liberty R. Liefeld, Cody Paul Lind, Sienna Joy Lind, Sydney Joe Lind, Corey Brian Logan, Liliana Noemi Lopez, Wendy Esmeralda Lopez, Bridget M. Loss, Joseph James Losurdo, Daniela Vanessa Losa, Peyton Hope Lucas, Aaron Theodore Ludkowski, Jesus Lugardo, Jorge Armando Luis Garcia, Benjamin Thomas Luca, Lexienne M. Lucas, Joseph Ronald Lundgren, Max D. Lupo, Emma C. Lutz, Bradley J. Lynch, Ryan Patrick Lynch, Alondra Macias, Liron Blessed Madi, Avi J. Magner, Sean Mayer, Dylan E. Mahoney, Grace Elizabeth Mayetta, Lauren Ray McKinney, Sarah Malithu Ruthel, Hannah Elissa Malloy, Milo M. Mann, Abigail M. Marianetti, Lauren Mary Marquardt, Evan P. Marsh, Caroline L. Marshall, Nicholas P. Mastro, Carlos Mata, Joshua John Mathiasen, Abigail K. Mouch, Halia J. Maurer, Jack Walter May, Joseph W. Mayer, Ian B. Mba, Lauren Rose McComb, Murphy K. McFarlane, Eva M. McGivney, Kara E. McGovern, Emmett Grannon McGovern, Emma I. McGreal, Madison M. McGreal, Corinne McKenna, Michael John McKenna, Philip Martin McLaughlin, Jr., Charles D. McPherson, Joseph Patrick Mead, Devin Drake Mendez, Robert Z. Mendoza, Darrell Nayeli Menendi, Nicholas Menolasina, Dylan J. Meyer, Elena Meyer, John J. Myers, Dominic J. Milazzo, Emily T. Mitchell, Ashley Marie Moberg, Maite Molina, Sandra Monarez, John Moni, Lorena Montenegro, Luke Runner Montgomery, Julia Renee Moradian, Margaret A. Moore, Erwin Morales Lorino, Aidan Stapleton Moran, Catherine E. Moran, Abigail Carolyn Moriarty, Grace Shaban Moriarty, Maggie May Moriarty, Michael Dennis Moriarty, Julia K. Morisi, William Peter Morrissey, Chloe B. Maroney, Taylor Paulina Morris, Mihal Tadik Morrissey, Daniel Patrick Morsch, Rebecca L. Morton, Sydney E. Mountcastle, Atij Mirella Muka, Eleanor May Mueller, Henry Paul Mueller, Sophia Marie Murin, Jack Timothy Musial, Larissa Judith Cecilia Miskowski, Amber E. Natchik, Yaritza Navar, Alexian Navarrete, Gabriela Gladys Navarro, Samantha Neely, Michaela L. Nadig, Kyle Michael Netterville, Andrew D. Nicholson, Matthew A. Niemi, Zikora Nam, George A. Nolly, Caroline Noonan, Ethan D. Oder, Evan J. O'Donnell, Eloise J. Odoricio, Wendy Ofosu Newton, Brendan O'Hara, Timothy James O'Leary, Jocelyn Ortiz, Miguel Francisco Ortiz, Aidan S. Orzak, Wilson Orlando Oval Lucas, Julia Gale Pagny, Angelina Rose Panzica, Isabella Rose Panzica, Giovanna Marie Pape, Noah Alexander Parrott, Owen T. Petchus, Jackson A. Pelosi, Gianna Isabella Peluso, Sophia Alexis Perez, Amanda Lee Perrier, Rachel Catherine Perry, Bruce Eric Peters, Jr., Erin Margaret Peterson, Melanie T. Petrillo, Abigail Elizabeth Petanillo, Kevin James Phillips, Catherine E. Pichazik, Nicholas G. Pentozzi, Ella Jane Pittman, Sophia Olga Pizarro, Lucas Plaisted, David J. Plummer, Amanda D. Pollock, Nicholas J. Pomato, Liam S. Popovsky, Michael W. Pove, Leah Posen, Brian Pratt, Harrison T. Proud, Kevin Joy Pulorkano, Gabriela Rosa Perora, Andrew D. Pygon, Aaron N. Quaid, Stone Allen Quarry, Declan Christopher Quinn, Alex Jason Rakowicki, David Jacob Rakowicki, Alexis Marie Ramos, Santos Ramos Pascual, Aiden Christopher Rand, Catherine G. Rand, Jack A. Ray, Zachary T. Reboletti, Jensen Hayes Reddick, Kiwan Deontay Reed, Graham Aiden Nillis Reed, Eli Q. Reifenrath, Daniel P. Reno, Peyton R. Reno, Irene K. Reynolds, Caitlin N. Richards, Lauren M. Rickenbrod, Gavin Rieger, Natalie B. Rincuso, Yvonne Rios, Henrik Rafael Rivadeneira, Anthony Daniel Rivas Rivas, Migdalia Floridalma Rivas Rivas, Luke J. Rogers, Samuel E. Rogers, Madeline Elizabeth Rodriguez, Yaitzi Rodriguez, Emma K. Rogers, Sebastian Edward Roan, Cole Norman Rollins, Alexander Jacob Sequoia Rozak, Luke M. Rosfert, Greta L. Roy, Alec James Rosmus, Emma Rubiz, Madeline Grace Roosh, Melanie Jane Roosh, Carissa Ruiz, Ricardo Emmanuel Ruiz, David Rush, Barbriana Russo, Brenton T. Russo, Aidan Sabatino, Emilia A. Sadowitz, Donato Peter Salas, Anthony A. Saya, Miguel Salazar Jr., Megan V. Salek, Jacob Daniel Salveson, James William Sampson, Nathan I. Sanchez, Oscar Adan Sanchez, Griffin T. Sanders, Angel Jose Sandoval, Maximus J. Santiago, Christina M. Zapata, Grant J. Scaro, Kyle D. Schacht, Nolan Robert Scher, William D. Shermer, Aidan Jeffrey Schiff, John Schiltz, Grace Elaine Schneider, Claudia L. Schreiber, Colby C. Schreiter, Kevin M. Schultz, Ruby Ellen Schwan, Carly L. Schwartz, William Thomas Scott, Evan Lucas Sedlacek, Eric Seidenfuss, Kyle D. Schaefer, Jorge Branco Shaw Todorovic, Madeline A. Shea, Evan A. Shamrosky, Maximilian J. Shamrosky, Mia J. Sherman, Nathan T. Shockey, Aisha Noor Siddiqui, Cassandra Judith Sika, Antonio Siliquini, Sarah Sophia Siliquini, Tia Marie Siliquini, Anthony Silvestri, Simarpreet Singh, Brendan Michael Skwarchak, Barbara Jean Smith, Caroline R. Smith, Katrina Rain Smith, Michael T. Smith, Rachel T. Smith, Sean M. Solom, Jae-Hong Sun, Sophia Danielle Sosa, Alexis Sotelo Obispo, Cecilia R. Spirakis, Allison Marie Splitstone, Matthew John Splitstone, Nikki H. Spiropoulos, Joshua Statt, Bradley Christopher Stam, Carlene M. Stanton, Cameron Patrick Stearns, Jurgana Diane Steck-Schulte, Samara Peisenstein, Charles Gerard Stern, Adam Remigio Stevenson, Julia Webster Stone, Megan Catherine Swartz, Danielle E. Swenson, Audrey Erin Sylvester, Eric Alvin Sylvester, Paige Catherine Zipski, Jacob Christopher Tabor, Juliana Marie Tamburino, Joshua Thomas Tanner, Sheen W. Tay, Anjali Thomas, Ethan Anton Thomas, Jasmine Aaliyah Thomas, Merlin Thomas, Terrence T. Thomas, Courtney G. Tiberi, Jackson Frank Timble, Caitlin Maria Timble, David M. Tinsu, Russell J. Tolliver, Regan Jean Toole, Alexander Neil Torres, Andrew T. Trenta, Katarina Terninich, Jacob Raymond Truitt, Bridget Mary Tully, Matthew John Tully, Leila E. Turkoglu, Vasilios Zanetis, Kelly Nicole Urquhart, Anthony W. Weisnoras, Joel Sebastian Valencia, Cody Scott Vasquez, Isabel L. Velasco, Julian D. Velasco, Annalise Vermeulen, Haley Ursula Villarreal, Anastasia Michelle Villona, Amy Elizabeth Vincent, Daniel T. Wagner, Erin Catherine Wagner, Molly Elizabeth Wildhair, Emily F. Walker, Isabella N. Walker, Brennan C. Wall, John Joseph Wall, Sophie Ryan Ward, Jeffrey Michael Wasco, Destiny Brielle Watkins, Emily E. Wegman, Abigail T. Weiler, Daniel J. Weiler, Jack James Wepner, Gina R. Westfall, Spencer T. Wheatland, Nicholas Allen Wheeler, Finn Wicklow, Ian Trenton Williams, Jacob G. Wilson, Annie Lee Winbolt, Margaret Grace Wisniewski, Zachary Bradley Weigel, Maya Lodarzik, Isabel Catherine Wood, Sydney Angelica Wood, Julian Alexander Robel, Hunter W. Wiley, Bianca Elise Yarbrough, William David Yazdick, Caitlin W. Yu, Adam Paul Zablodil, Alvin Bejoy Zachariah, Philip T. Zavieja, Arsh Zamani, Nicholas James Zahner, Justin S. Zellinger, Tyler Adam Zokolsky, Emmett Jade Zumerchik, Zoe V. Zurkowski.
Congratulations, York High School class of 2020. We are so proud of you.